Yo, and welcome to the EPM Show. I'm Blake Bozarth, joined by my co-host, Chad Pyke. Chad, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Excited about today. Let's do this thing.
Excited about this too. This is our introduction episode to the EPM Show. We're going to tell you what's this thing all about, what can you expect from the show, tell you a little bit about us. But in terms of what this show is about, this show is going to feature EPM executives. It's going to feature thought leaders in the space. It's going to feature model builders. And of course, it's all things, you guessed it, enterprise performance management. And we basically want to be giving you insights that can grow your career, some career advancing insights from experts in the space. We want you to be able to learn about use cases, some new ways that it's being applied, different software is being applied, and how you can apply it in your work. And we also want to keep you current on trends and where's the industry going? What do you need to know? We want this to be as informal and fun as we possibly can make it. We know that maybe everybody doesn't quite geek out on this. And so we want you to be, if you're going to listen to one of these episodes, we want you to at least get some kind of chuckle every now and then. So
just a little bit, just one, Blake.
Bring some banter. If we can get one chuckle, then we're going to feel better about ourselves.
We
do our best to do that. We want it to be real though, personal, not stuffy. But Chad, when we're talking about EPM, let's say somebody actually stumbled across this that doesn't know, they just saw the cover art and they're like, oh, this looks like an amazing podcast. How would you describe EPM? What's it all about?
Yeah, EPM in one sentence, man, it's really just, it's helping organizations understand their data and make better decisions. I think one of the things that really interests me about the space is it's got to be inherently growth minded, right? It's all about getting better, making better decisions. And when you think about it, it starts in the finance space. It's, it's planning, it's budgeting, it's forecasting, it's controls, it's consolidation of financial reports. But with the way EPM is headed, it's starting to kind of spread out through the enterprise, hence enterprise performance management, across HR, sales, marketing, and IT. So it's a really great career path and opportunity for someone to be able to touch and impact every area of an organization, which I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty cool. So
it's amazing. It's hard to find a single company that's not trying to do planning better. the way you forecast, definitely on the finance side, that's where this whole thing has originated. All the financial analysis and forecasting that companies do. But this is really, as you said, it's enterprise because we're seeing it across different functions now: HR, IT, inventory management, logistics. There's all sorts of applications for this across an enterprise, and the more connected it can be, the better. And that's what the new software and the systems behind this, they enable that kind of impact. So the capabilities have just kind of really gone through the roof over the last few years. So we're excited about this. Who is this show for? So if you're listening to this, if you're involved or you're interested in EPM, it's for you. So if you want to grow your career in EPM in this space, this show is for you. That's the real heart behind it. So maybe you're considering a career as a model builder. You've heard a little bit about this. You've heard about maybe Anaplan, OneStream, one of these great softwares, and you're interested. This show's for you. We're extremely bullish about this space when it comes to a career perspective and industry perspective. And again, it's one of the reasons why is because you'd be hard pressed to find a company that's not trying to do it better, especially given all the capabilities that are coming about in this space. Chad, talk to us a little bit more about that. Why are we excited? Why are we bullish about this industry?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, Blake. I think a couple of reasons here. First, from an individual's career perspective, if I'm a person considering EPM as a career, like starting out as a if I'm getting certified as a model builder with, say, Anaplan or one of these other organizations, I mean, starting salary is close to six figures with a lot of growth opportunity. Again, the ability to touch every area of an organization makes you incredibly impactful. But then if you zoom out a little bit into just EPM as a whole and where the space is going, over the next 5 years, it looks like the industry is supposed to grow about $2 billion as an industry. That's a lot of growth in 5 years.
That's like 30 to 40% growth over.
Yeah, I mean, it's going from 6 billion to about 8.3 billion, 7% compounded annual growth rate across the industry. And then, you think about it, to your point earlier, every organization wants to plan better. And that's especially true in times of uncertainty. When you look at where we are right now in terms of our economy, inflation, things like that, companies are really dialing in on their ability to plan and their ability to forecast for the future. So the time couldn't be more right to get into this.
That's a great point. It's booming. But even if the economy continues to kind of change, which we're seeing, there's still going to be a massive point of emphasis on, okay, how do we adjust? How do we become more dynamic in the way that we plan, in the way that we adapt? And the space is just here to stay. It's booming. So yeah, so if you're interested in the space, we want this show to be valuable to you. If you're already in the space, you're implementing solutions. Let's say you're a solutions architect already. You're might even be a master Anaplanner. We want you to also be able to find value from the show. We're going to be featuring other thought leaders, other experts in the space that are going to be sharing some of their own use cases, some of their own career stories that we hope make you sharp and bring value to you. And also, if you're an executive, if you're leading an organization and you're trying to figure out, okay, what makes the most sense for my organization? How should we be approaching EPM? What does it look like? What software might make the most sense for us? We want you to find that kind of value out of this show as well. And we'll be featuring guests that will be able to speak to all of these things. So that's what this is all about. The heart behind it is, how can we bring you insights that are going to help you advance and grow in your career? All right, so who are we? And then we're going to wrap with this. Who are we? Chad, let's start with you. If we had to set a timer, which we're going to do with our guest, 60 seconds, man. In 60 seconds, how would you describe you and your career?
Me and my career in 60 seconds. Now I've got about 56 seconds because I started with that. So, hey, started out in financial services insurance, was in a leadership development program coming out of school. And that was just a really great opportunity for me to span across operations and sales and strategy market development at my previous company. And then currently with an insurance broker now and doing a lot of work on the development side, talent management, talent retention, things like that, with you and CoThryve. And so loving that. And then, me and my wife, we just bought a house. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes.
Loving it. Kind of back on my old stomping grounds, being an NC State grad. So super grateful for that. That's all I got though.
You nailed it. You nailed it with time to spare. That's crazy. I'm not gonna do nearly as good as this. All right, I'm setting my own clock here. Here we go. So Blake Bozarth. I am living in Claremont, Florida, with my beautiful wife Lexi. I have a son named Bear. He's about 4 years old, and a daughter named Blakely. She is 3 years old. They're my world, and that's the personal life. On the professional side, I spent about a decade with a Fortune 500 company in the financial services space, employee benefits, and we actually went through a pretty significant finance transformation. Got exposed to the EPM space through that. I actually have a CFA. I'm not sure why I put myself through that pain, Chad, to get that, but at least it gave me some letters behind my name. So when I talk to some of these amazing guests, at least I have a little bit of street cred with them. But I'm passionate about seeing people grow, seeing people develop. Leadership development is my first love. So also have a podcast that have currently on a pause right now because I'm so in on the EPM space. But a podcast called Leadership on Purpose, where we interview executive CEOs, other thought leaders about how can we lead with purpose, confidence, and humility. So boom, there's a minute, there's 60 seconds. That's the nutshell. We're going to try to do that with all of our guests so that we get your highlights.
That's win number one, Blake. That's win number one. That's win number one.
Win number one down. Where do you know? So a little bit more about CoThryve, which is my company. So we started this about 3 years ago. And it starts with leadership development and helping companies develop leaders. We have a growth group model, which is like a mastermind group for developing talent and helping them grow inside a company. And then we started naturally getting into helping companies find key talent and helping those individuals advance in their career, make more money. Again, we're bullish about the EPM space. So this is a niche for us that we specialize in. And we're super excited about it. In terms of, we're going to do this with our guests as well, Chad. So I got to hit you with one of these fun questions. We're going to ask each of us get one fun question, and then we're going to close. So here's yours for the day. If there's one place that you've traveled to, Chad, one place that you traveled to that you don't have any interest in going back to, what place would that be?
New Jersey. Just New Jersey. And it's funny.
Isn't this where Tori's from, your wife?
Yeah, this is where my wife Tori's from, actually. So when she hears this, I don't know what she's going to think. But to be fair, most of her family's in North Carolina anyway. No. But yeah. Nah, you can have New Jersey back. There's some good things about it. Not my favorite. All right, Blake, here's your question. You ready?
Ready.
What's one of the funniest things you've experienced at work?
Okay, I like this. I like connecting work and fun. So Man, I was in enterprise risk management at that company I was telling you about for a number of years. And we just had a fun crew. And there was a guy on the team. His name was Robert Spangler. If you're listening to this, Robert, you're my man. I love nicknames. I would always call him the Spangled One, the Spangled One. And one day we just decided we're going to have this challenge to see how many times could we work in this word spangled, which is a made up word, into like a work conversation. So like you're having a one-on-one or you're in like a project meeting, how could we slide in the word? And we just had so much fun with it. So like I would be on I would be in the middle of a meeting and be like, yeah, I just think these numbers are a little spangled up right now. And then it's like to see people's reaction. They're like, yeah, they are a little. I said,
Yeah, you're right.
do they call you on it? Do they not? We just had way too much fun with that. Just silliness. So anyways, we're going to do a little bit of that. So you get to know not only us, but the guests that we're interviewing, and just try to have a little more fun with what is a really already fun topic in EPM. All right. So to close this out, guys, we're excited for this. I can't wait to introduce you guys to some amazing guests in the upcoming episodes. Sometimes it'll just be me. Sometimes it'll be Chad. Sometimes it'll be Chad and me hosting. But we'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn. So you can look us up, Chad Pyke with a Y, and then Blake Bozarth. And we'd love to connect there. And yeah, just buckle up. We're gonna have some fun in the coming episodes.
And we're out. That was pretty good. I think first round.